working gearhead. I'm just about to start working again out here at the back little garage shed, little metal building, whatever you want to call it, out here at my house. My wife actually took my son to like a little get together for some boys, some young kids, little toddlers out there at the Wessico Library. It's a little Halloween get together, so it's pretty cool. Got to dress up, got him a little Ghostbusters outfit, it's like a PJs party type of thing, but Halloween. So he went over there. I actually just made myself some breakfast. Got some OJ. I got some huevo con chorizo taco. So I'm just gonna be posted up here for the next couple minutes while I eat, and just chilling. See whoever wants to jump in the live, want to talk. I really don't have a topic to talk about today, to be honest. But if anybody else does, by all means, jump in the comments and let me know what you're thinking. Let me know where you're at, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna be out here eating before I get to work, because I'd like to get a significant amount of work done today over here. So it was gonna be kind of a different one. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full. It's a damn good taco. Let me say a prayer real quick before I get actually down to eating the rest of it, right? Say thank you, God. Lord, thank you for blessing me with another day, another chance at life, another chance to be better than I was yesterday. Thank you for protecting my children, Jose, Ariana, and Jamila. And thank you for granting me the time and the vulnerability to be my wife, Jasmine. Amen. So, all right, guys. What's up, David? Thank you. I was just finishing my little prayer real quick. I'm going to eat my breakfast, David. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, brother. I can't see you. You can see me. I can't see you. But it's good to hear from you, brother. How's everything going out there at your job sites, man? I really don't have too much to say. I was just in a little intro before I did my prayer. I was just prayed with you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Awesome. I was just saying right now, a little intro to the video, that I don't have much to say today. I don't have a topic really to talk about, but I felt that I should be consistent and continue doing these lives. I like engaging with y'all. It's fun. It's really fun, actually, because a lot of times, a lot of times when I'm filming, it's just me by myself or me and my crew. And, I edit it all down by myself and all that. And it's always just kind of, it's kind of a lonesome type of thing, when I'm running this YouTube channel by myself. So when I'm able to get on the live and talk to people and then, meet someone like you, and you're consistent enough to keep watching, man, praise the Lord, man. Thank you. Yes, we are shipping ledgers and embeds for a concrete sub. Oh, awesome. Awesome, man. I just landed some steel yesterday in Corpus. I dropped a video about it. It was a short video. We left I woke up at 3 in the morning, did a run. And then Michael picked me up, and my truck's still at the shop, unfortunately. Michael picked me up, and then we drove 2.5 hours out there to Corpus. Had a little detour with the what is it called? The immigration? No, Border Patrol. They stopped us, searched the car, the whole little thing. But it was cool. We were talking about the rattlesnake roundup with those guys. They had a good attitude. They're pretty cool guys. And we went over there and offloaded a whole bunch of joists, and we offloaded some bridging and some decking. I went ahead and dropped that video on the channel. If y'all interested in watching it, y'all go ahead, feel free to watch that. But yeah, man, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad to have you here again in the chat, David. Thank you for being here, brother. Okay, for 10-4, man. No rush, man. No rush. That's what the catalog is up there for. It'll be over there until YouTube decides to shut down or close. I don't know. But when that'll happen, or maybe it'll be over there forever. Look, I figured I would still get on live this morning and just see what we could do. What's up, handsome boy? That's your name. I ain't calling you a handsome boy. That's your name. What's up, handsome boy? Good morning to you. God bless you. Thank you for jumping in the live. You got any questions or any comments? Go ahead and engage with me. Let me know what you're thinking, man. Like I was saying right now to David, this is actually David's one of the followers that I've gotten to know a little bit. He engages with me, and I was just talking to him right now. I really don't have too much to say this morning, but I still felt like I should be disciplined and commit to being a part of this live. You know what I mean? And help grow the channel. You're so funny. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for those kind words. God bless you. These 5 buildings have hybrid roof, panelized roofing system. Is it like a Kingspan panel? I've worked on like the only one that I knew was named like a hybrid roof was a Kingspan. So it was insulated roofing between two pieces of sheet metal that they like compress together. I don't know if that's the same type of thing you're doing, David. But that's cool, man. It's always good to learn new process and procedure, especially nowadays. They got so many new things going on. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me. That I live right where I live. There's like a field back here where they grow cotton and a whole bunch of stuff. Usually where I go do my runs, and it was pretty loud right now. I don't know if you could hear me. Yes, I do pray. Actually, just when I started this off, I did my prayer right now. Was it for my food, obviously, to say thank God for my food and just for today, you know. As of late, I'm really leaning into my religion and to try and get my prayer life, you know, straightened out. So yes, I do pray. I do. I try my best. You know, sometimes I fall short and I forget. Like right now, earlier I took a bite of this, and once I took a bite, it jumped in my mind. You know, the conviction told me, you know, I need to give thanks. But yes, I do. I do try to pray as much as possible throughout the day, even if it's just me speaking, you know, out loud or in my head to God. You know, letting him know my concerns and you know my wants and my needs and things like that. I try to pray as much as possible. Thank you for that. Yes, I do. The joists have wood nailers with plywood on top and roof material. Oh wow, okay, yeah. So it might be like a TPO. Is it like a TPO or something like that? We have a whole lot of that TPO membrane stuff. We have a whole lot of that stuff here in South Texas, man. I got you. Yeah. Excuse me. It seems like all of our buildings have that here. So we do our joists, our bridging, perimeter angle, decking, weld it all out, fasten it all out, and they come behind us and they do that TPO where they burn it together. Like they call it weld it, but it's burn it together. Thank you for everybody that's been stopping by. There was a couple people in there. If you pray, I am going to bless you, and you're my friend. Thank you. Yes, I do pray, like I was saying. And yeah, you're a friend of mine too. Thank you for stopping by here, man. I really appreciate that. And you said you're real bit. I'm actually looking for a fabrication shop, David. That's a big thing I'm looking in because I work with a certain fabrication shop here in town that we've been business partners, me and the owner, for a little while, and for about three and a half years, going on 4 years now. And there's been a lot of problems with his fabrication. Unfortunately, you know, it seems like the quality control is not up to par anymore. And you know, we've had some discrepancies between the engineer plans to the detailer in the shop, detailing them out for the guys to fab them. And then when it gets out to the field, my guys end up getting the, you know, the ugly end of the stick, if you want to call it that, you know, having to fix everything and then having to bicker over change orders and all that type of stuff. So what's the name of your company? If you don't mind putting it here, if not, you could just send me an email later on. You know, my email is there in the profile for my channel. You can send it if you don't feel comfortable putting it up here. You know, I don't want people bothering your company or anything like that, getting you in trouble or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But I am currently looking for my company. My company's name is South Structural Steel LLC. I'm the owner operator of that one. We're not the biggest company, but we're not the smallest either. You know, we're getting there. It's all a process. But I am looking for some more fabricators. I'm on Facebook as well, Jose Avila. Just look me up there, and you can talk to me there as well. That's awesome, David. I need to get in contact with you, man, because I have hot shot drivers. I have 18-wheeler drivers, all that type of stuff that can go ahead and get my steel from wherever around the country to me, and vice versa, get our steel from where we're at out there, you know. And we pay for all that stuff, and like I mobilize my guys outside of Texas a lot for work. We went to Louisiana, Oklahoma, things like that. So Mississippi, we're gonna keep on trying to keep on doing that and keep on compounding it into bigger and better things, you know. So let's get in contact with each other, David. If you could get me on Facebook, or if you want to email me, my email's there, southstructurestill@gmail. It's what it is. This is the company name at Gmail. Destin Fuller. I remember your name. Let me just read this one real quick, Destin, before I jump you. I appreciate your kindness, and your kindness makes my eyes water. Handsome boy, man. Sometimes that's what we need to spread: positivity and kindness. There's a lot of negativity out here, and there's a lot of people that pride themselves on that type of stuff. And I used to be one of them. And as of late, I'm trying to just change up my whole life. I'm trying to be irrecognizable to the person I once was, you know, and just live a happy, fulfilled life without any substances, without any outside coping mechanisms to make me feel better about myself. I want to genuinely be happy and love. So I appreciate your words. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you. Destin Fuller, I remember you, brother. I know you were in the giveaway. I know that because I've seen your name so many times that one does stay in my brain. A couple people, you know, if I see the name, I don't remember everybody. There was hundreds of people. I think like 150, 160 people entered that giveaway. But yes, I do remember your name on there for sure. I do know you've commented on some videos and stuff like that. How you doing, brother? Hopefully you're staying blessed up and staying safe, man. It's been a hectic couple weeks, man. You watch the news and so many things are crazy and it just it's wild out there. It seems like there's a shooting every day and there's something else happening. You know, the government, all this bicker and bannering. You know what I mean? I'm from South Texas, handsome boy. I'm from the Rio Grande Valle, so the Rio Grande Valley, a place called Donna, Texas. It's a small town. I was born here, not in Donna. I was born in Harlingen, Texas, but I lived most of my life here in Donna. 2 weeks out of my life, I lived elsewhere, but I've lived here the rest of my life until 19 years old. Then I moved away to San Antonio, lived some time in Austin. Excuse me, lived some time in Austin, Texas, at the capital, and I went to Houston, Texas, and things like that. And for a lot of my mid 20s to my early 30s, I was actually traveling and just living out of hotels. Okay, you're from the USA. Yeah, it's good, man. United States, man. Pray, you know what I mean? God bless the United States, man. We got a beautiful country we live in, you know what I mean? And like many other countries, we have our faults, but we're all human. We're all sinners. You know, we just got to try and operate with free will in the best way we possibly can. You know, make good decisions and live a good life. There's that tractor again. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. Yeah. See that tractor? He's tilling up. He's grading and tilling the ground out there. They're fixing to get ready to plant something. I don't know what they're gonna plant. Out here they grow a lot of cebolla. That's they say cebolla in English. It's onion. They grow onions, elote, which is corn, maíz. Some boy, God bless you. Thank you for being here. Love you, man. Be safe. Have a blessed day. That's awesome. Over there in the San Antonio at the convention center. I used to live in San Antonio. I built a lot of stuff out there, man. Honestly, I feel like San Antonio is like my home away from home. I was a teenager when I left the valley, you know, barely about to turn 20 years old. I had been messing up a lot in life, so I knew I needed a change. Oh, Market Square, woo! Boy, let me know. Tell me about Market Square, baby. Let me tell you about Market Square, man. I love going there, man. When they have the oyster bake down at the college, they also have Fiesta down there. I forget the exact dates, but man, I love it down there, man. It's especially for me that I'm a Mexican American. It's very culturalized for us out there. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to be up there, man. That's an awesome place to be. I did a lot of work out there. Yeah, Fiesta's awesome, man. I forget the name of the college. I don't know if it's Lady of Our Lake or there's a couple colleges, big ones. Grumpy guys, yeah. Hey, I don't have one right now, man. I was actually in there looking for a jalapeno or a serrano, and I didn't have any salsa. I didn't have any. You know, we have a habanero one in there. It's an orange one. That thing is amazing, man. I usually eat it with that. You're very, very right, man. That's how we usually eat out here. But thank you, Lord. That was good. I made that this morning. I didn't go for a run this morning because I actually did 6 miles yesterday. I'm getting ready for October 11th. Here in a couple days now, 10 days from now. We have my second 5K. The first one I ever did was with my daughter. It was for like her school for it was for a Santa 5K, I think, like that. I did it with her, but it was a little bit of walking. I didn't really take it that seriously. But since I've been working on myself these last couple weeks, last months, I've really been trying to do more and more. And I actually did 3 miles in the morning yesterday before we took off to Corpus. So I woke up at 3, ran 3 miles. took a shower, got something to eat, and by 4 o'clock, Michael was here. And then we drove 2.5 hours out there to Corpus. Only worked there for less than an hour, offloading that steel, and then drove back. And then evening time, I actually went and ran another 3 miles just to try and keep my bases up. You know what I mean? So I did that. So this morning I haven't ran. So I just took my kids to school and came and made that taco right there. And I figured I'd jump on live and see who was available to chit chat. You know what I mean? And kind of talk for a couple minutes while I eat my breakfast, because I was just gonna eat right here by myself anyway. I was gonna put some music on or a video on. And sometimes I feel like I prioritize, watching videos and scrolling endlessly too much. You know what I mean? So actually, the Pekin plants, we used to have some here, and actually that is a plan of ours. To Grumpy Guys, thank you for that. Do you like Mi Tierra at Market Square? What is that, Mi Tierra? Is that like a restaurant or something? When I was there, I haven't been to San Antonio in, let me think, when did I leave San Antonio? So my daughter Ariana is 6 years old. She's gonna be 6 this year. This following year, and yes, a restaurant. Okay, I'm trying to think of it right now. Mi Tierra. I'm trying to think which one that one is, man. I honestly don't remember. I used to drink a lot. Sorry, you know what I mean? I'm being honest and transparent. I used to drink a lot when I was down there. I used to go down to party. The last time I went there, I feel like my eldest daughter Jamila was 5 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and right now she's 7. How old was she, man? Because Ariana wasn't born yet. No, she wasn't 5. No, okay, I'm wrong. I'm remembering this completely wrong. Okay, no, she must have been 2 or 3. Excuse me, my math is all jumbled up right now in my head. She must have been like 2 or 3, Miss Jamila, because we have a picture of us. Actually, I'm holding her, and I'm dressed up all nice. She has a little cute Mexican like flocorico dress on, and yeah, we were down there for fiesta. Went out to eat, got these big old margarita things and big old michelada things, and we bought food, funnel cakes, and all that stuff. But I haven't been over there since maybe Jamila was 2 or 3, because after that, I believe I ended up moving to Houston. And once I moved to Houston, I'm trying to think. She must have been 3 years old, because she's gonna be 7. Her sister's 5, so she must have been 2, 3 years old, because my wife was pregnant at the time with Ariana, and we ended up moving over there to Houston. So yeah, I haven't been there. I don't quite recall that restaurant, but I've eaten at a bunch of places over there. But be quite honest with you guys, I was messing up a lot back then, so I don't have much of a memory of a lot of things, like the names of things like that, because I was getting drunk out there. You know what I mean? But I do remember the ambiance and the feeling of being there, the vibes or whatever they call them nowadays. I mean, of being out there, it was very, very nice. It was a beautiful place. I love it. You know what I mean? I love it, especially for someone like me. I'm a Mexican American, but I grew up here in the Rio Grande Valley, where a lot of us were so close to the border. It's like little Mexico here. You know what I mean? We all speak. Majority of us speak Spanish. Everybody speaks English, but like when we converse with each other, a lot of us speak Spanish to each other. So it's a different culture when you go over there. It's literally Mexican American. It's like that's their own little subculture over there, Mexican American. So they got Tex-Mex food and all that type of stuff, and it's delicious. I love it. I love it. I love Market Square. I was gonna say to Grumpy Guys, yes, we do want to make a garden here. So right now right after this, I'm gonna end this live here in a little bit, in a couple minutes. I'm actually dropping a video here in a while, because it's a long series that I started way back a while back ago, that I'm actually finally getting around to. We poured the slab. If you guys didn't see us pouring the slab, the video's there on the catalog of our videos on Heavy Steel and Hot Rods. And we poured the slab out here, and I'm gonna put myself a little shed garage storage area. You know what I mean? And try and at least leave myself, like a little 5x5 or something, where I can put a little desk and, decorate it nice and put a camera, a couple angles of a camera. That way, if I need to do a podcast or need to do a live or something, it look kind of nice. I'm going to do heating and cooling in here, lights in here. And then around here in the back, actually, which I'll show you, like this area right here, is where I want to do a garden, because I have a Kelso rooster. He used to be a fighting rooster. He's retired now. I never fought him, but he used to be a fighting rooster. He's retired. Chalino, his name is. I have a fighting rooster, and that I adore. I love that guy so much. Had him for almost 3 years already. I'm gonna be sad the day he goes. But I want to kind of just make a nice garden here, and let him. He's tied up on like a 10-foot tether, because he will leave and he will fight damn near any animal that he sees. So I try to keep him over here. I also have a ganso. They say a goose in English. A goose. I have a goose. Pica Brava is the girl, and her name is Pica Brava. So Brave Bill is her name. Kind of like that movie. I watched with my daughters not too long ago, and then we have a mallard duck as well, a mallard duck, and my daughter named him Speedy Brownie, because he was brown, he was little, he was so fast. So he's Speedy Brownie. We have Pica Brava, and we have Chalino, and I want to make a nice little garden, a nice little area back over here. That way they can relax and be comfortable. We have a nice tree here that gives us a lot of shade, and well, the building will be over here too. From that, the weather and all that, and I just want to make a nice little area, make a garden out here. I'm gonna be planting a bunch of things. I want to do habaneros. I want to do pekin. I want to do serrano, jalapeno. I also want to do like one of those really hot ones, the ghost peppers, or I want to see if I can plant one of those just for fun. You know what I mean? Just for fun, and things of that nature. Trying to give him a couple seconds to pass by. He's over there doing his job. I can't be mad at him. God bless him. He knows what he needs to do. I tried to go run over there yesterday. Yesterday morning at 3 in the morning, I ran in that backfield, and he hadn't come and filled it up for like maybe 2 or 3 months from when he actually just graded it all down. So his tire impressions had gotten real hard with like the morning dew and all that. So I was able to run real awesome on there. Get a real good run in. I did my 3 miles, fantastic. And yesterday I came out here and I was wearing my Puma shoots and I just like sunk into the dirt. You know what I mean? He came out here yesterday and was working already. So I was gone all day yesterday, so I didn't realize he had done that. Do you do hunting? Yes, actually, when I was dropping my daughter off this morning, I actually sold all my guns recently. I needed some money a couple months back, and I actually ended up selling most of my guns. I only have what do I have? A 380. I have a, let me see. I have a 45 Colt revolver. What else do I have? I don't even remember because I don't have them on me. I was traveling so much. I left them at the safe at my dad's house. I didn't want anybody breaking into my house. But I ended up getting rid of a lot. I got rid of my AR-15, my SKS. I got rid of my 30-06. What was that other one that we had bought? Me and my dad had bought a. Oh man, I forget the name of it. It was a gun me and my dad had purchased. I forget the name right now. If I remember, I'll let you know what it was. But we sold most of them already. I do like hunting. I was gonna mention right now because you asked me a question. I started trailing off my own head. My daughter goes to Idea Academy. It's like a public college preparation school she goes to, and it's right down here, maybe like a half mile at the most, a mile. And yeah, Twice. What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, Twice. Another man. We got in some good. We're getting some good repeat offenders. I want to say they're not offenders. Repeat viewers out here, man. I remember you guys, man. I remember your names. Grumpy guys as well. We had Destin Fuller, David, and yeah, Twice, man. A lot of you guys were on. Not everyone of you guys was on the giveaway, man. It's good to hear from you guys. What's up, man? Hope you guys are staying blessed up, man. Good to see you here. Thank you for spending some time and prioritizing this, man. Appreciate you, man. I was saying, as for David's question, right here, I was dropping my daughter off at school this morning, and I forget what they're called, the ringneck ducks or whatever, the ones that have those nice, they're like really skinny and they're really tall. Man, we were seeing like maybe 100 of them in this field right over, not this particular field, but the field across it. There was hundreds of them all there, hundreds, like little packs of them, little, like, boom, boom, over here. There was so many of them there. I told my wife, man, I wish I had my shotgun right now. I wish I had something that I go post up over there, because over here you can hunt out here as long as you have permission from the owners. And pheasants, no, it's not pheasants. I'm trying to think of the name of them. They're tall, they're black, and they have a white ring around their neck, and they have like a really red bill, a really like it's red. I don't know how to say it. It's red. I forget what they call them down here. I forget what they call them, but we do a lot of hunting for, like, I go fishing a lot. I love fishing out here. We have South Padre Island, the Gulf of Mexico. It's only maybe not even an hour away from me, maybe 40 minutes away from me. SPI, South Padre Island, and we also have the Arroyo Colorado. That's what they call it. I don't know. It's so the colored river or something. I don't know what it's called in English. But that one, man, there's so many. It goes from saltwater to brackish to fresh. So you can kind of hit every single one. We have a lot of alligators here. We have a lot of alligator gar. We have a lot of what are those? Man, the carp. We have a lot of golden carp here, big golden carp. I'm talking about some massive size golden carp. Of course, we have those invasive species, the plecos. We have, man, plecos are everywhere here. A lot of redfish here. Flounder was a lot of flounder. Oh man, we got a whole sorts of thing when it comes to the fishery here, and I like to hunt for hogs as well. There's a lot of feral hogs out here. And I don't know if you all from y'all know. I don't know if y'all know more than me. If you know more than me, enlighten me, please. But over here, there's a lot of feral hogs and javelinas. So I don't know what they call them, like a skunk pig. People call them because they have that gland in the back, like a skunk does, and they release an odor when threatened. You know, so they smell really really bad. But they're big, stocky looking pigs and aggressive. They will attack you. So I like hunting those. I used to raise pigs as well. I used to have here over here where that rainbow playset is over there. Let me see if I can turn around. Back over there, you can probably still see if you walk over there. I used to have like an electric fence over there, and I had maybe at one point we had started off with maybe 6 or 7 pigs. I don't know, maybe 8. I don't know how many it was honestly. Lalo ended up giving me all these pigs, and I gave them a home here. I built a whole little shelter for them. Gave them a lot of land. Made a place that way they could get in their mud, you know, and stay cool. I bought a big old 330 gallon water tank. That way it could drip, and I put the little nozzle on so they could drink water out of there, and they learned eventually. Um, and I raised those pigs for a very long time. So I am a hunter, I guess. You know what I mean? When I have the time, I'm a fisherman, I guess. When I have the time, and but I just enjoy animals, man. I just enjoy their presence. I enjoy the fact that they can give you sustenance. You know, I used to have before Chalino was kind of mean, my rooster, and before I used to have Chiquileta. So that's a name. I don't know what I think it's like Phineas and Ferb or some of those little kid shows. The chicken is like a common character in there, and her name is Chiquileta, and and that's what my daughters ended up naming the chicken that I had. My mom actually gave me her. She found her wandering through her neighborhood and was like very malnourished. I picked her up, got her back to good health, and then man, she was just popping out eggs on me, man, just like left and right. It was awesome. And but then I got Chalino, and then he started fertilizing them, and well, yeah, you know how that goes. So then we had a whole bunch of chickens out here. So when I had those pigs, it was 3 years ago or so. I have some videos on YouTube of me processing them. I went ahead and put them down. I processed them, some big pigs and some succulents, and I actually passed out a bunch of food to family members and friends and things like that. That way they could have like a celebratory feast on me. You know what I mean? Make a whole bunch of succulent pigs. We made them 2 ways. One like just regular, like on the coals, and then I smoked some of them with different type of wood, apple wood, and some mesquite. And those came out fabulous. They also came out really really good. So I like animals. I like the fact that you can eat them and use them for sustenance, and then they're beautiful, man. They to me, I sit out here and they give me peace just hanging out with them. You know what I mean? And sometimes the little fuckers, you know, sometimes little fuckers like that goose, she'll get aggressive with you. She just wants to see what you're gonna do. If you're gonna run, and if you run, she's gonna chase you. You know what I mean? And that's just their instincts. You know what I mean? I don't get mad at them. They're beautiful animals. I love them. But yeah, I love animals. I do hunt when I can. Over here, there's duck dove season out here. So all through here, they'll be shooting those ringneck doves as well. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we do out here. I like I like fishing a lot and things like that. Like just because I don't have my guns on me anymore. If I had more artillery, more things like that, man, I'd be at it. You know, I love being in the wilderness. I love being out there. I don't know how y'all hunt where you're at. I don't really do the deer stand type of thing. I like to kind of go out there, wait in the bush, call them in, and you know, if you don't get anything today, then so be it. You know, try again tomorrow, and then that just makes it all the better. I know a lot of my excuse me. I know a lot of my buddies. They go on the deer leases and stuff like that. That's just I just can't really stand around for that long, to be honest. Just sitting around, I get kind of bored. I mean, I'd rather be on a live like this, chatting with y'all or doing something. So, I don't know. Anybody else have any questions or comments or anything like that? I'm going on 29 and 14 seconds, guys, and I pretty much just started this. Like, I don't know if anybody's listening right now. I can't really look, can't really see how many we have in here, but I didn't have anything to talk about this morning, even though I've been rambling. I just kind of was gonna hope that people would jump in the comments, and they did, man. I really appreciate it. It was cool today with the engagement was cool, man. I'm excited. We had a lot of guys that I remember your names, man. I do remember your names. We got David up in here, David Corral. We got that handsome boy. Handsome boy, you were a nice person to talk to. You had a bunch of positivity coming from you. Thank you for being here. Dustin Fuller, man. I remember you. I remember Dustin. Grumpy guys, grumpy guys. I know, good looking out, grumpy guys. I seen when I wasn't filming too much. You were still commenting and stuff like that. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, twice. So yeah, man, I remember you guys. You know, I we got 7 people in here. So yeah, man, I remember those guys, and it makes me happy that they're able to find some type of value in the stuff I record because most of the time I'm just talking to myself, guys. I'm walking around just trying to explain what I'm doing, and then just spending time by myself. A lot of times I don't have that many like-minded people in my life all the time. You know what I mean? That kind of try and hold themselves to the same values I do. And granted, I'm not perfect, and I'm far from that. But it was always been kind of hard to find a good consistent group of people to be around. So it's cool that we're making our own community here, man, and making our own friends out here. I like that you guys find some value in this, and it makes it easier for me to keep filming and kind of keep opening up. I was scared for a minute to talk about my prayer life, and I was scared to talk about me working out and eating better because I thought like, well, who cares? That's something that's for my life. What does that have to do with anything? And it seems like the more I've talked about it, the more receptive people have been, man. So that's pretty cool, man. Jeff ZQ, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Hope you're staying blessed up, Jeff. How you doing? Thank you for being here. If you got any questions, man, go ahead and ask me. I'm an iron worker, a structural steel erector. I own my own company. And I'm just trying to live life to the best that I can, man. Trying to do my best for my babies and my wife and myself and my Lord. So if you got any questions, man, go ahead and ask me. Um, yeah, man, it's been a process. I started this. I honestly started this channel because I wanted my kids to be able to look back and see what their dad had done with himself. You know what I mean? If God forbid anything ever happened to me, sooner rather than later, I hope it's later. That if I'm taken from my kids for whatever reason, I would love to them to be able to see me. You know what I mean? So I started off building homes and doing a whole bunch of different stuff. I was doing whatever. I was just trying to get traction, guys. I know how to do framing and stuff. So I was doing a whole bunch of different stuff, pressure washing, anything I could do just to make a buck and provide for my kids. And it kicked off. I was a certified welder, and it kicked off into where I've been an iron worker for years. So I started doing that, and it really started moving. And these videos eventually turned into where it wasn't just me walking around filming myself. It was actually me putting out, consciously filming for a certain objective, and that I was gonna put for a certain video, and it's become a whole show. I feel like it's a show. I don't know how many episodes I have of this heavy steel and hot rods, but I got a whole bunch of them, and it's fun. It's fun to build a community like this, man. It says, "What's up, man? Sorry, I've been real busy. Haven't had time to tune into your vids. Taking a break from welding. Just my CDL and started for a concrete construction company hauling equipment and gravel." That's cool, man. That's awesome. Dustin, no hard feelings, brother, man. Life is gonna life, like I always say. It's always gonna life, man. You know what I mean? And you need to prioritize what's best for you and your family, and what's best for your soul, man. You know what I mean? I know a lot of times we can prioritize our family, but we may not be that happy. We gotta prioritize ourselves, man. And if you're happy, man, I'm happy for you, brother. You don't gotta watch any one of my videos, man. If you're happy, I'm happy for you, dude. I'm excited you jumped in the comments. I was good to see your name again, man. Honestly, I told David the same thing, man. It's good to see people that when I did those the giveaway, I got to see you guys throughout that whole month commenting. For the people that are on here, we got a couple people, 6 people. If you guys don't know, I run some subscriber giveaways every once in a while, and it's free to enter. And those subscriber giveaways, the only conditions were that you go ahead and every time I drop a video, whether it be long content, short, a post, whatever it was, that you go ahead and comment. And I always wanted to know where they were from, just because it's fun to know. And then after that, you just comment, and every comment was another entry into winning. You know what I mean? And that's how I was really familiar with these names, and I'm really grateful for that now, because in a point like this where I'm changing myself and I'm bettering myself and I'm trying to strive for the best for myself and my family, it's really nice to see familiar names like that. I may not be able to see your face, but I feel like I know you because you guys always said certain things, and everybody has their own personality in their comments and things like that. So it's pretty cool to see people coming back and being able to kind of validate the fact that I film all these videos and I prioritize this in my life, and that it's something they like. So, man, no hard feelings, man. If you don't have time to watch that, man, you prioritize your life and what you need to do. That way you're happy, healthy, protected, and you're able to keep striving for the best and keep doing what you need to do. There's no hard feelings, man. I'm glad that you're here, and more power to you. Stay blessed up, man. Thank you. It says, Jeff VQ says, "Nice. You are planning ahead for your future." Yes, man. I've been doing that for a little bit now, man. I've been doing that for a little bit since my partner passed away. my connecting partner, not my wife, my connecting partner, one of my best friends, Michael Ramirez, may he rest in peace. When he passed away, I realized that I really needed to live for me and my family, because they're gonna need me at the end of the day. If I die working for another company, they might pay for the funeral, they might pay for a little bit, but I'm not gonna be here to keep on doing for them. So if I can build all these multi-million-dollar structures for another company, then why can't I do it for myself and invest that profit back into my own family? So that's really why I do it, and I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for those kind words. Retro Chrono, dope ears, dude. Do they get in the way of any work? No offense, no offense, your personality, of course. Oh no, man. No, man, no offense taken, brother. No, man, these ears, they the way that I feel that they mostly get in the way of stuff, guys, is that people can't look at me in the eyes. If I'm standing here talking to somebody and we're talking, we're talking about work and scheduling and that, I always see their eyes. Their eyes are going everywhere, man. Their eyes are from here to here to here to here. Boom, 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 boom. They're just trying to look at my ears, and it's probably a culture shock for people like that. They probably don't understand why I would do this to myself. I probably don't. I don't even know the reason why I did it to myself. I just know I feel more comfortable like this. I'm more accepting of myself like this than I was before. Um, no, it doesn't really get in the way of work. I know one time, well, it's different now, I guess. My perspective is different now. I own the company now. So I'm sitting on the computer bidding a lot, talking to contractors, scheduling the guys, the material, things of that nature. So I'm really not out there actually working per se, the labor. I guess it's hard for me to say if it get into work. But I remember when I was an iron worker and I had some similar to these, me and Michael actually, he unhooked the hook from the cables, and he let the hook go because we had a string of hooks on there. We were doing a Christmas tree, and he let that hook go, but he was over here, so it was tied off this way. So when he unhooked this one, it swung, and I was sitting right here waiting to unhook this side, and it actually caught my ear and pulled my ear. So that was probably one of the only times. Other than that, welding kind of sucks when you have big old ears because it just gives you more surface area for sparks to hit. But other than that, not really. It doesn't really get in the way. Other than the fact that people can't really pay attention when I'm talking to them because they're always looking at my ears. I mean, that was probably the hardest thing to get over, because it's hard to keep a conversation. Because I can be talking, but when I notice you're not listening, it's hard for me to want to continue the conversation because I don't even know if you're retaining the information I was just saying. So that was a big thing. I ended up not wearing them for like the past 7 years. This last month or so, I actually restretched this one back to an inch and this one back to an inch. This one was very, very small because I got into a fight and they ripped my ear, and my wife ended up having to cut a bunch of skin off of it because the meat pretty much just like pulled out like a sock. So this was just dangling skin, and this was all the meat that was in the skin. So it was like meat hanging here and just like a loose flap of skin hanging there, and it looked like little legs. It looked like that was just hanging there. And my wife ended up, we put a bunch of lidocaine in there, cut them off, and she re-sewed it up for me. And then those stitches fell out; they didn't work. So, well, no, they didn't fall out. Excuse me. No, those are I think the ones we cut out of it. And when we cut them out, removed them, they just ended up opening up again. And then after that, we had to cut it again with the scalpel. That way it could be raw. And then we stitched it with like dissolvable stitches, sutures. Yeah, we did those. And then I pretty much went 7-8 years without wearing anything in my ears. And as of recent, like I said, I'm doing a lot of soul searching, and I realized on my 33rd birthday that I'm gonna have these probably the rest of my life. I started doing it when I was 13, and I just kept jumping sizes, and it was probably one of the first real decisions I ever made about myself and committed to. And when I left it, it kind of felt like I had left a little bit of myself behind as well. So when I put these on the other day, man, I felt like someone had just walked in front of me, and I felt like I'd see myself again. So, yeah, no offense, brother. It is what it is. They're kind of shocking to some people, but for me, it makes me feel more comfortable in my own skin, and that's why I have it. My sister, you should see my sister. She has some huge ones, some big old boys. My sister has my bigger sister. She has some big old ones. Damn risky. Glad you're keeping safe. Yeah, man. Nah, man, I got you. Some people get culture shock, like if got old scars, yeah, stuff and tats hard to hide, or just deal with it. Don't give a fuck. Yeah, any more stairs? Yep. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, yeah, that's what I had to kind of just accept it. People are gonna look at me, and at the end of the day, if I'm there doing a job, talking about a job, the job's still gonna get done. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. If I'm doing business with somebody, the business is gonna get done. Like I say, whatever it is, it's gonna get done. So my ears have nothing to do with anybody else's life other than myself. Like someone in a stream the other day said, your ears scare me. As I told them, they shouldn't be scaring you at all. All they're gonna do is listen to you. if anything, I hurt myself doing this. You know what I mean? I cause myself a lot of pain doing this because I actually have to stretch them, and it bleeds a lot. It cuts the skin a lot, and it has to heal over time. You know, so there's weeks and weeks. Maybe about a week to 2 weeks, you're sleeping super uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You get a lot of sharp pains to hear because you're actually ripping your ear open, and then you have a foreign object in there while your ear is actively trying to heal itself, so it's trying to close itself, and you have an obstruction in there. So it hurts, you know what I mean? But I try to just take it with a grain of salt and understand that this is what I chose, you know what I mean? And like I said, it just makes me extremely comfortable in my own skin, extremely comfortable in my own skin. You know what I mean? If anybody has anything else to say, anybody, please right now do it. I don't want to cut anybody off if they're typing or if they're getting ready to talk. But I've been on here for 40 minutes, and I'm pretty much going to wrap it up because I got some filming to do right here. I'm going to finish. I'm not going to finish today. I don't think I'll finish today, but I am going to be definitely putting some more good effort in to be doing this garage shed storage area of mine, metal building, whatever you want to call it. So that video will be dropping soon. I was filming for that yesterday as well. So that one's going to be coming to fruition here pretty soon as well. Probably, I'd say by Friday, Saturday, I'll be dropping that video, hopefully. Have a good day. You too, man. You stay blessed up, David. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, man, so much. You guys don't understand how much I appreciate you guys, how much you guys keep passing on the blessings back to me and reciprocating them back to me whenever you guys go ahead and join these lives and engage with me. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay blessed up. Exactly. It's like a commitment too. So pretty amazing, really. All right. Catch you later, man. Have a great day. All you guys have a great day, man. Retro Chrono, David, Jeff VQ, Dustin Fuller, yeah, twice. Grumpy Guys, Handsome Boy. I think that's everybody. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys so much. And like I always say, you know the drill. Stay blessed, stay grateful, stay safe. Don't look back unless you're counting yesterday's money. Live your life with intent. And I'm saying this now, man. Let's get closer to God, man. Let's try and push some peace and some positivity, guys. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.